Drop the pen. Good evening to anyone that's joining. I am just doing a bit of practice today before I get ready for bed. So feel free to watch what I'm doing and we can communicate a little bit. Not tutoring today. That's enough tutoring for the day. Now I'm just sketching around, practicing some hands. So if you like what you see, I'm happy. I'm going to try and make this hand a little bit more. I'm skipping a few levels with regards to how I encourage other people to draw and make it up as I go along. Sometimes I get them a little bit wrong, the angles. Like now I'm struggling with this angle. So sometimes I have to grapple with them a little bit, grapple with the hands. So that's why I actually practice them, so they don't end up looking like crabs. Because sometimes, yeah, see this angle is a little bit off. A little bit off there. I should have done it. I should have started with the pencil actually. So then I can recover it. But it is a bit of a challenge to draw with the Bic, you know. So that's why I do it as well. So I tend to think a little bit more before I make certain marks. Not long. This I drew before, but literally around 3 minutes. I've been drawing for around 3 minutes. This hand here is pretty much what I've drawn in the last 3 minutes. So I'm struggling with it a little bit because it's a strange angle, but that's why I'm doing it, because I want to try and learn or practice some of the more difficult angles. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not this part, I think, needs to go. But as a whole, it's not too bad. Considering I can't rub anything out, which is a bit of a challenge. Yeah, just have to make sure that we see these knuckles. Thank you, Mr. X. Amen. Just practicing a bit, mate. You know me. Half an hour before bed, I thought, let me just get in there quickly. Mate, you go and do your thing, mate. Don't worry about moderating and stuff. I'll deal with this on my own, you know. It's not. I don't think it's going to kick off because obviously, if I'm not offering lessons, it's not as hectic. So I'm just gonna pretty much do this for me, chill out a bit, as you know I do from time to time. I need to work on my shading as well, and I need to work on the top of the hand. And thank you for saying it's perfect, but for me it's not. Not really. Still got a little bit to do. Yeah, go and relax, mate. I always miss your lives. Ah, yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do more in the evening, but unfortunately I work in the afternoon, and then when I get home, it just doesn't work out. I just can't be bothered to jump on a live. But like now, it's just easy, you know. I just kind of, I'm not tutoring as such, you know. So, and unfortunately, I do a lot in the morning. I do a lot of lives in the morning, so it caters for our American audience. Um, oh, you're struggling with your schedule? Oh man, I'm lucky then. I have no trouble sleeping. I have no, and thank you for the share, Monoton, and Mazzy. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate that, mate. Um, you're the second person I've heard that's struggling with some sort of sleep disorder. Nice drawing. Thank you, Yannick. Thank you. Um, it's just practice sketch, you know. I'm hoping it becomes something nice. I have no real plan for it. So if it turns out okay, I'm quite happy. And I'm trying to get some more complicated angles on the actual hand, and you know, let's work on this one a little bit. Sometimes I struggle to put the fingers behind, you know, and you have to work out where that line goes. Let me drop these ones forward a little bit so it's a little bit more interesting. Let's add some. I'm going to make the hand look a little bit more flesh-like. Maybe a little bit too deep there, but that's all right. We can change that. I hope you guys are drawing as well. Oh, you speak German? Oh, wow. Oh, you're from Austria. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Thank you for the follows. Mank Cheese, and Ali. Who else is following? Siculo, Pandora. CM, thank you. Not really doing much. Just, oh, Lay. Bleak. Dubs. Caroline, you just joined. Nice to see you. I hope you're still here. I'm gonna keep drawing, because then I don't want you guys to think, oh, I'm just chatting and I'm not doing anything. So then you can see what I'm doing. And if you do like drawing hands, or you want to learn, you can jump on my TikTok feed, and there is a tutorial section. So if you check that out, you are in the right place to learn how to draw hands. Let's drop that finger down just slightly. I'm not worried too much about proportion, as you can see. It's not too far off, but I think the finger's a little bit too long. But that's all right. if I was placing that on a person, I'd spend a little bit more time checking those dimensions and trying to add some more of these contours of the hand, make it a little bit more realistic. Because I haven't got a reference, I'm pretty much just doing it on instinct. I should draw with a reference as well one day, because I'm sure I'd get a lot from it. I just tend not to bother. Oh, what's going on there? Something started jumping there. Hold on, let's have a look. Yeah, Olivia's back. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I posted two, but they're a bit. I'm not sure. I did. Did I not tell you? Yeah, I did. I posted two videos on YouTube. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the newer videos, not the older ones. I posted two of the older ones when I should have gone the other way around. But so what I hope to do is, if I hear from Mia today, and then I would try and post a couple tomorrow morning, the newer ones, even the one that I done yesterday, possibly even this one today. Ah, yes, I have done the mouth. I did it about 3 days ago, actually. I did the mouth about 3 days ago. Obviously, you weren't around. Or was it a week ago? Maybe it was a week ago. But obviously, you weren't around. That's unfortunate. You just have to get the alerts on Discord, and it seems to be working. Sorry, Dread. How you doing, Kiwi? I'm just having a bit of a practice here. So, not doing much tutoring as such. Just drawing hands in different positions and just seeing what I can make of them without referencing. So it's a bit to test my memory, to see if I can. So, any tips on how for drawing hands? Yes, I've got plenty. You have to find them on my TikTok feed. That's where you can find tons of tutorials. So if you want to learn to draw hands, that is one of the places I would recommend you look. That's nice. Yeah, they do look a bit, yeah, very, yes, yeah, I get what you mean. I know what you mean. And this is what I have to change as well. I have to practice drawing female hands, very, very soft and, not soft, but, slender. But I can turn this into some, if I'm drawing with a lot of detail, all I have to do is switch off the detail and I've got what I need. Yes, I put a couple on there and they're pretty rubbish. No, they're just, yeah, then, yeah. There's two on there now. I'm hoping that we can we can post a few more. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the newest videos. At the moment, I've just sent the oldest ones, and that was a strategic mistake, if I'm honest. What I should have done was post the newer videos. So the older ones are not as, yeah, they are as good as actually, but the newer ones are just going to be a lot better. Oh, it's a female hand. Any quick tips? Oh, well, if you're drawing, where do you stay at? Hold on. If you're drawing a female hand, you just need to make it, you just don't add so many ridges and creases, and you have to soften the actual joints. Uh, I'll deal with that one. Why do you want to know where I live? P, whatever you are. What's your name? Where do you live? I live. Where do you live? You can tell me where you live. You want to learn? Well, you can learn online. Where do you live? Okay. You live in South Africa. No, I don't live in South Africa. But you can learn online. That's for sure. Everyone can learn online. You're online now, so you can learn. You can learn online. Luckily, we have this option now. How do I draw hands? Hey, can you draw out something? I'm actually drawing already. Can you draw? Oh, I think we got a few pranksters in the room today, having a bit of fun. But that's all right. We'll see how we go. If they continue, I will do my best to make sure they know where the exit is. So yeah. So I've just got rid of two already. So yeah. So um Where are you from? I'm from London. Yeah. Don't worry, man. I trust your instinct. I just threw two out myself. See you later. I am not. I don't care. I just throw you out. Yeah, you start getting on my nerves. I'll just get rid of you. I can't be bothered. Pick up that pen. Hm. Ich glaube, wir haben schon wieder jemand. Vielleicht wir müssen ihn auch rausschmeißen, aber ich weiß nicht. Wir schauen nur. Es sieht so aus, dass wir ein paar komische Leute dabei haben. That's just the way it is, I suppose, in life. So, yes, you can find a robot hand on my feed. I've got a couple of very good ones there. You can some cyber looking hands. Robot hands are not very difficult, if I'm honest. No. I'm not drawing anything on demand today. I've done a couple of tutorials today, and today I'm not drawing anything on demand. So you guys can just watch along quite happily, and you can actually draw along if you wish, but I'm not drawing anything on demand. Nothing at all. I'm just going to draw what I want to do, and you're welcome to watch along. And if you're looking for any tutorials, you can find them on my feed. Art Walker. Beep. No, I'm practicing and it's not time for tutoring. Unfortunately, it's the wrong time of the evening. Sorry about that. I usually would, but today I'm not doing it. I have to try and think now. Where would the thumb be? I'm going to try and think that through. I think it would be roughly here. Is that right? Let me see now. Yeah, I think it would be roughly around here. Obviously, it would be in the shade, but I'm trying to. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe. Yeah. I have to check that. And then one more finger would be here. Begging. Thank you, Vivian. What's some important muscle shapes? I don't really know because the muscles in the hand are not very big. I don't think you need to know them. I just think you need to know where the folds are. The folds, I think, are more important to learning to draw hands than the actual muscles, because the muscles in the hand are not very big. Maybe the one on the thumb is worth noting because it's one of the larger ones, but as a whole, I don't think knowing the muscles are important. It's more about the folds. I think, and the shapes of the knuckles, I suppose, would be some sort of factor. How you doing, Sasha? So I'm going to go for another 5 minutes. I think I've done quite a few cool sketches here by my standards. Oh yeah, maybe that should be a little bit bigger there. Yeah, I think it's about right. In the shade. And give it a bit of shape. And so on. Yeah. Thank you, G. Thank you very much. That's true. Your hands look too straight. Yeah. Yeah, if you draw your hands and they look a bit too straight, but that could be a manga finger. It's anime. They draw quite straight hands, and fingers. So maybe that's because I don't know. I'm guessing that you might watch a lot of anime, so it kind of does influence your artwork. Yeah, I don't think I'm talented if I'm honest, but I just practice quite a bit. Not that talented if I'm honest. Yeah, but that's something you can, Vivian, you can change that, right? Maybe you've got that art style because you were drawing like that all the time, but you can slowly change that. But you have to be consequent with regards to changing it. Yeah, I think I'm similar to you in that sense. I've got a bit of a comic kind of semi-realistic style, but if that's your style, that's your style. If you don't like your style, then you have to learn new things and learn a new style. That's what I would suggest, that you put in the time to learn a new style. Or you stick with your style and you don't change it. If that makes sense, I'm sure it does. And then we'd have the wow. And thank you, Joe, as well. I want to learn Bernie Whiteson's style, and I want to learn Frank Frazetta's style. I did actually. Oh, where is it? I think it's here. This is more Frank Frazetta. The Bernie one, I've hidden it. I've got it in a folder, but I'm looking at the masters, the top dogs, and I look at their artwork every now and again. Today I didn't study anything. I was just studying hand drawing. Interesting. I like your accent. It's a London accent, actually. I'm from London originally. Yeah, I'm hoping to learn. I'm not wishing, and I'm in pursuit of learning Bernie White's and Frank Frazetta. Those are the people that I'm focusing on. Thank you, Kevin Sands. But for me, this is just the fundamentals, So if I learn the fundamentals of what I'm doing, the style I can adapt after that. You can always adapt it. And I do quite a few tutorials on how to draw hands where I break it down in a more basic form, and you will find those on my feed if you're interested to learn to draw hands. And literally it is the process is quite simple, and you'll be surprised how fast you pick it up. I'll even bet you. Oh man, these flies are really annoying. Sorry about that. he was annoying. Yeah, and if you ever use it, please mention me. Oh, hands are the hardest for you. Oh, yeah, well, they are tricky, but please go to my feed and then you will see how easy they are. I'm going to turn this one into a little bit more of a anime, not anime, but more straighter, softer looking hand. Not as many bulging knuckles. Just a little bit softer. And I still feel I've got a lot to learn when it comes to drawing hands, because I never really sit there and draw them, I just kind of, let me just draw whatever. But I never really sit there and study them, I need to put in a bit more study time, and that's what I'm not doing. So I fall into the same sort of traps when I draw hands. They all sort of look the same, but this is not too bad. Just add a bit of shade into it. But you can see that looks more like a feminine hand, right? It's a little softer, not as heavy. Yeah, I just saw the one with the whole arm and that finger boy. Ah, yeah, on the feed. Yes, I think I know the one you mean. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. Thank you, IDK. And thank you for the follows, Shintaro Toya, and a Russian looking name. Not sure. Hope I'm not offending by saying Russian. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is fun. But you've been in my lives a few times, Vivian, have you not? W Art Gang. Oh, that's not. I've drawn Invincible. Yeah, that's quite. Yeah. Yeah, well, I can't help you now, that's for sure. But I'll probably do one on Invincible. I've done a couple characters from Invincible. They're quite. I don't want to say it, but it's a simplistic style. I can't help you now, that's for sure. Because I was literally doing the style is hard. It's just like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. Drawing another person's style is very tricky. It's very tricky because it's not your style. So when I draw something like that, it is tricky for me as well, because I have to try and work out their way of drawing that, but you can learn it. You can learn it, but you just have to put in the hard miles. Hello from Turkey. Oh, really? Oh, just you're busy. You're moderating for me 5 times a day, 10 times a day. But you know what, mate? We're going to call this a day. Thank you to all that have joined me. I hope you enjoyed this. It was very lightweight. Wasn't very informative, I don't think, but it just gives you an insight to what I do and how I practice. As you can see, it's all reference free. Oops, slightly pushed it off there. Always with not always, but predominantly with the pen. And when I do draw with the pencil, it's so much easier because I can do things like this. I can rub things out. That is, and it's quite amazing. It's like an undo button that you never discovered before. And that's really cool. So then I can turn this into something nice if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. I'm going to pretty much leave it as it is. I don't know. A few months, I think. But now I'm really studying. Like now I'm really looking at images and stuff like that. So the study has really just begun. And obviously I'm doing live streams and I'm teaching people how to draw hands, which is always fun because they never believe that I can teach them how to draw hands in how many minutes, Kim? Not even 5 minutes. And I've nailed it every time. Every time. In under 5 minutes, I've taught quite a lot of people. So if you want to take that challenge, I will gladly invite you to one of my live streams. And you can say, Art Walker, you said you can teach me to draw hands in under 10 minutes. And you will see. Just looking for willing students, that's all. You have to want to do it. There you go. Oh, dearie me. Okay, good. So, any last questions about hand drawing? I will do one question, quick one. Who gets in there first? Oh, portrait. I can't help you there, Vivian. I'm what most people draw. I don't. Portraits. I have got no idea. I can't help you at all. Because if I was to draw a portrait, it would end up looking like a killer clown or something. Because I just don't do portraits. Thank you, Saz. Yeah, I can't do portraits. And thank you for the gift, Anime Arcade, Mazzy and Masholziza. Good. Okay. I'm going to wish you all a lovely evening. Draw face. I don't want that. I don't even know what that means. Draw face? Is that the name of someone? Alex! How you doing, mate? What's your brother's name? What's the first letter of your brother's name? I'm just checking. Okay, yeah, it is you then. That's true. I have to. Today has been a nightmare, mate. I've had some right old funny ones on here. Yeah, I'm doing all right, mate. Yeah. And I'm literally signing off now because bedtime. Old man needs some sleep. But it's nice. So you follow me now then? And yeah, long time no here. Because I know you're doing well with your music, I've heard anyway. So I hope you are still doing well. And definitely catch up soon. Steez, thank you for the follow. I'm just waiting quickly. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, some weird. Oh, good to hear. Good to hear. Okay, mate. I'm bailing out now. I wish you all a lovely evening. Thank you, Kim, for joining yet again. And there was no need, but thank you very much anyway. Thank you to all that followed, and I hope you all learned something. Well, I didn't, it's not so much of a tutorial day today, but I hope you did pick up some little tricks just by watching what I'm doing. Alex, take care. Kim, have a lovely evening. We will speak very soon. Have a nice one, people. Take care. Bye bye. You just missed it. Jump on my Discord, then you don't miss it. I love my family too. Bye, Bob. I'm better than you. Maybe you are. But it doesn't matter. I don't care. There's always someone better than us, mate. Always. Oh, God. Oh, dear. Whatever.